Hello and welcome to JOKAKAKA Z. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jim.
I was thinking JOKAKAKA Super, but fuck the Super tagline. Z's way cooler.
Last time on JOKAKAKA Z, Sam blew up planet Gorpo and Jim moved to Mars.
JoJoian's still on high, or Part 9 still waiting, and that's nothing else.
Stone Ocean is not being promoted by Netflix.
There are no Part 8 characters in All-Star Battle R. Gappy is only 10 chapters of a moveset.
Zam.
But, so, yeah, this is kind of a, Dragon Ball Z. We saw Dragon Ball Super
Superhero
like a week ago, and then we just watched the Broly movie just because it's something we want to do. So
I hadn't seen. Well, obviously I hadn't seen the new one, but I haven't seen like.
Jim doesn't know really much about Super, other than what I bullshit.
Yeah, I did watch episode 1 of Super when it came out because I was like, oh my god, Dragon Ball's back. And I watched it, I was like, I hate this. This fucking sucks. So I have no comment on what happens in Super. I do know about the memes. Like, I know about Ultra Instinct.
Yes.
I know about Super Saiyan Blue.
Yes.
I did watch the Super Saiyan God movie.
The God of Destruction.
Was that did that come out before Super or?
It came out before the Super, yes.
Okay.
And then the anime covered the movie.
Oh.
The anime covers a lot of the movies.
Okay.
So basically, like this is going into like the movies. I know like more about Dragon Ball Z than most shit than I can't recall anybody's name, but I can recall stupid side characters in Dragon Ball Z. I had to explain a lot to Jim.
I obviously being someone that grew up in the 90s, a big fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Didn't like Dragon Ball as a kid. I remember when it came on. That came later than Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was localized earlier.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I definitely didn't see all of Dragon Ball Z. I definitely didn't see like parts of here, like bits here and there, but like I was a huge fan as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to read Dragon Ball now as an adult. I feel like I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Super. I've seen episode 1.
So I watched, of course, like I watched like almost everything about Dragon Ball Z. I watched the Dragon Ball anime when that aired on Toonami or whatever.
I did own a lot of the OVA movies.
I watched GT. I watched the movie.
I did watch GT actually.
Yes.
I did watch a considerable
Grand Tour.
I remember for Easter one year. This must have been maybe 2004. If I were to throw a year out, I got Dragon Ball GT DVD 1 for Easter.
Was it DVD or VHS?
It was DVD.
They also had Game Boy Advance movies or episodes of GT you could get on your Game Boy Advance.
All right, I've wanted to look this up for years and I've never done it. So I got Dragon Ball GT, this DVD that had collection of episodes, and I think it like cut and pasted just a few of the arcs because it had the first episode where Goku gets babyfied.
Yes,
and then it went right into the Planet Baby.
The baby arc. Well, not really Planet Baby. But...
Whatever, but like it went into like the Robo Planet arc.
Okay.
Whereas that's where Baby he's at the very end.
Yeah, then he comes to Earth.
But I think that there's stuff that happens before that.
Yes,
like,
there is.
Okay, so they definitely
the lead up is them trying to get the Dragon Balls, essentially. Like they put it like a mirror of the original Dragon Ball. Just okay, there's an adventure going to go get the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're resetting to do, and then it goes into the Baby arc, and then we get Super Saiyan 4 and all that fun.
And then
stuff.
I remember catching some of the Baby arc,
Vegeta
on TV when Vegeta became Baby.
Vegeta with his glorious mustache.
Yeah. I missed everything after that, like all the stuff.
You missed Super 17, like the Dark Dragon Ball arc, but. Yeah, I also had growing up. I had neighbors who had like all the VHSs of like all the most of the movies. Like there are some movies that like I didn't even know about until I played like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, where like I had no idea what the fuck Dr. Wheeler was, or Wheeler, who was a giant robot brain that went to Goku's body.
Oh yeah, World's Strongest. I think I owned that. Maybe VHS.
And I think like, at the time, like the Tapion movie was like basically like, oh yeah, this is how Trunks got his sword, and this is what the Dragon Fist origins are from. Like the fist that had the Golden Shenron come out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It was like used in that movie where you had to fight a giant fucking beetle.
I always wondered where because it's funny because the games really became like my understanding for a lot of the lore.
Yeah, Tapion had like an orc arena. He's like, I gotta go now. Here's a sword, and just
that's really fucking stupid.
Faded away.
I do remember. But this is when Blockbuster was a big deal. I would get the movies. Sorry. I would get the movies from Blockbuster, and I remember vividly renting one of the one with PyCon.
Oh, the future. Well,
No, it wasn't Fusion.
Well, Pycon's Future Reborn, but I'm trying to. That's like
It was the one where there's like a tournament in the afterlife.
That's like a filler arc between Cell and Boo Saga.
Okay, well, I remember getting. Maybe that wasn't a VHS or an OVA.
Because Pycon was like anime original. And then until like Fusion Reborn actually put them in the movie as well.
It's also hard when you're a child to understand like what an OVA is.
Oh
like,
yeah.
To me, these are movies, but it's not. It's like 40 minutes long or whatever. Like, also the idea that they would just like the GT thing I just said, they would just cut up episodes and repackage it. Like
they don't know.
I do have a vivid memory too of going to Sam Goody when I was maybe 9 and seeing the wall of Dragon Ball DVDs, VHS, and movies, and I was like, "There's so much Dragon Ball."
I go like, I got all the VHSs, and just be like, "Yo, Cooler, yo, Bardock. I heard this one's great. History of Trunks, base as fuck."
The Cooler movie was like pivotal to my foundation as a young boy. Like I own that on DVD, and I watched that movie so many fucking times.
So for what you see, I guess before we get into like the meat of the discussion stuff, like what's your favorite movie going before the ones we see?
I was gonna say there's a clear winner from the new ones.
Yes.
If I had to pick, probably the Cooler one, just because I have the biggest nostalgia for it. Sorry, to clarify, there's 2 Cooler ones.
Yes.
The Revenge of Cooler.
Not the Meta Cooler, Big Getty Star, let me cheat death. How could this be?
It's hilarious to me that the first movie with Cooler is called The Revenge of Cooler.
Yes.
Normally that's the sequel title, but I love that movie. It was epic. I'm sure it's not very good. I think I rewatched it like a few years ago, and I didn't like it. They're not good. Those OVAs aren't very good.
Yeah. But like for me, like, the same thing. Like I love Fusion Reborn. I thought Gogeta was cool. I love Janemba as like a fucking design and like an actual like monster, like actual moveset. It's so unique, and I fucking think it's sick as hell. Like, and I in that movie has Hitler in it.
Oh my god, it does. Yeah, so we saw that at the theaters recently.
I dragged Jim to a double feature of Bardock, of the Bardock one and the Fusion Reborn.
The Bardock one made me fucking mad because that wasn't even a movie. That was fucking 2 parts of a TV anime.
Well, we'll talk about Bardock when we talk about, because they do retcons and stuff on that movie.
But yeah, the Fusion Reborn was fine. I was fine watching that in the theater, but I was actually mad at the Bardock one.
Yeah,
they should have picked literally any other Dragon Ball's OVA. Like,
it's the 2 most popular ones. They could, if they didn't go, Bardock had to be there. I'm surprised they picked Fusion Reborn, because they probably would have gone for the History of Trunks.
Just literally anything that wasn't a 2-parter anime OVA.
Like, even
not even OVA. It was episodes of the anime.
I would have thought they put Broly over it, but like
I would see I've never seen any of those, so I'd watch it.
The three Broly movies.
It's a trilogy.
They're not very good. Broly is a very dumb villain.
It's famously. Funny, recently, and by that I mean like maybe 10 years ago, I went through and watched a bunch of the ones I never saw because I had like a nostalgia. Oh my god, Dragon Ball.
Nostalgia hit.
Yeah, and I watched them and I was like, damn, these aren't very good. So I watched a few new ones. I may have watched the first Broly one and it just did not sit with me at all. Like,
it's a lot more interesting because like they keep we're gonna talk about the Broly movie first, but they keep like the father stuff, but it's different where they're like invited to the planet first.
Yeah.
Instead of just like Broly just kind of did the Frieza and everything, where like, oh yeah, we brought him here, and then he kind of gets triggered and everything, and he has a weird, like, more, I guess, royal design in that one of being I guess, because they have like a castle in that movie.
The original one? Oh, this sounds so familiar.
And yeah, he has like the black hair design, and he has the blue hair Super Saiyan, then he gets Legendary Super Saiyan. And
it's hard for
I'm
me
pretty sure also Future Trunks is in this movie as well, if I remember correctly.
It's really hard for me to remember because so much of my knowledge of the tertiary Dragon Ball stuff is from the games, because I played like all the games as a kid. So yeah, I don't know.
So it's a weird thing that to trick Vegeta and come in there to get revenge on Vegeta, because of course that's everything gotta beat up Vegeta. Everybody's gotta hate Vegeta.
Yeah.
And then that's when like his son snaps. He hated Goku because once he heard the name Kakarot, and like he cried, and he annoyed him when he was a baby. And
baby Goku cried so hard, Broly got sad.
Broly got like mental
scarring.
He literally got like mental health went down because of Goku's crying, and it's famously stupid. Where probably the best quote about Broly from the DBZ Abridged movie is, "He's so cool, but he's so stupid," and it's the perfect summary of Broly. Which he was probably the second most popular character next to Bardock. And that's probably why those two are being more canon than anything now.
Yeah.
In the Super.
It makes sense, and like once we talk about the Dragon Ball superhero movie, I have a lot of thoughts about that compared to the others.
Yeah.
But I feel like Dragon Ball now, they have nothing to lose. Why not just embrace like everything that the fans care about?
Yeah,
like you have nothing to lose from just fan service at this point.
And I'm glad with the super movie. Like I'm glad they changed Broly up. I feel like he's a little bit. He's like he's still like a caveman essentially. Like I kind of like his stuff more.
There's almost nothing to him. They added a smidgen, but there is almost nothing to this
being
character.
Like father abusing him. Even we got but yeah, he has friends now though.
It's so weird because can you even call that abuse? Like
he did put a shock collar on his son.
I guess that is not good, but it was honestly for the best. Like he would have destroyed them both.
And training, and he's probably just as the same fatherly as Goku, who pushed Gohan to like near death to fight Cell and everything.
I mean, for real, like that's true.
Goku's not much of a better dad, but still, it is. Did put a shock collar on his son. But yeah, the Broly movie's dumb. The second movie, I don't remember.
What is worse, giving a shock collar to your son or giving the mortal enemy a sensu bean after you've beaten him up, so that your son has to fight him at full strength? I honestly don't know what's worse.
And then watch your son get the shit beat out of him,
and love it, and also enjoy it.
He really wanted Gohan to be like, and then again, his other dad did the same thing to try to like get him to become the most powerful savior.
It's true.
But he also when he died, he basically like probably entrusted Piccolo to raise Gohan or train Gohan.
He didn't have to say anything. He just knew it would happen.
Pretty much.
He just implicitly knew.
But like the second Broly movie, I'm pretty sure was just like him coming back and then like Gohan beating him. 'Cause he's like, where's Kakarot? Like, Kakarot's out here, and then Gohan beats him. And then the third one is famously the worst one, which is Bio Broly.
Bio Broly, yes.
Which that's the one you I think Trunks moons him, and you famously see Trunks' ass, and that's like the fucking the only point of that movie.
Awesome.
Because they love seeing Gotenks or Goten or Kid Trunks' butt is like a gimmick, as we come to know.
It's funny,
but honestly, so we watched the most recent one we watched was the Broly DBS Broly.
Yeah, we watched Super. Yeah, you already said. So we just finished watching the Broly one. So we're gonna talk about that one now.
But yeah, I said it's a lot of like stuff about like they basically cut the Bardock movie just like Broly or Bardock like, oh yeah, Frieza's gonna fucking just gathering all us here to just kill us. We're gonna send Goku off planet to a planet, like a low power level planet, underdeveloped planet. And
yes,
and you see Guinea, which is nice to see.
It's Goku's mommy.
Yes, Mama Goku.
And then Bardock does do his like last stand thing.
They cut out like the stuff in between. Like they don't show like Bardock off planet with his whole squad getting killed off by like Dodoria and Zarbon, and then Bardock going back to basically
lead the resistance,
have a one-on-one with Frieza, and then gets like destroyed. He wipes out a bunch of Frieza's like men, I'm pretty sure, in that counter, but then gets killed by the blast, by the death ball. And then, yeah, it didn't show that, which is kind of sad. But they had too much time. They had to build up baby Broly.
I have to say, I think that part of both of these movies, these new movies, their beginnings are like not good. Like it takes so fucking long to like establish the Saiyan bullshit, and I don't give a shit. Like, I do not care about like the politics of Prince Vegeta and all this. Like, you could do this as quick as you did in the original.
I want to see Goku in his pie with his butt, the poop chute.
Yeah, I don't like the weird like mechanical diaper around the babies.
Do you know about the other Bardock movie? I think I probably told you about this before.
Wait, is it recent?
It's not super recent, but it's like so it's basically like the legendary Super Saiyan like history about how the legend came to be, about that blast that killed Bardock sent him back in time.
Oh.
And sent him to like a weird planet full of like Elmos or something like that. It looks like I'm pretty sure the aliens look like Elmos.
What?
And so basically like Frieza's like grandfather comes to the planet and like tries to like kill the people, but then Bardock goes there, goes Super Saiyan, defeats him, and he runs off, and that's how they know the legend of the legendary Super Saiyan. It's Bardock.
That's really stupid.
Yes, it's very stupid.
Dragon Ball.
It's it's not canon, and I come to believe. But yeah, they made a really dumb like.
Why? What is this thing with Dragon Ball where it's like we already start with like the flimsiest table, and we need to keep building just more bullshit on top of it.
It's regarded as like one of the worst Dragon Ball Z movies, but he's also had the Super Saiyan Bardock in Fighters for some reason. So technically, put that movie in the game.
Okay, whatever.
It's very dumb.
All right, but yeah, I think these movies they just take the Dragon Ball superhero one takes so fucking long to get started.
Yeah.
It's like a little insane actually.
But after that we get like Goku and Vegeta fighting, and we get them sparring. We see Beerus and Weiss. We had to explain Weiss to you a couple times.
Yeah, I still don't quite understand. Because I remember Beerus from the movie. I don't know. Weiss probably was there too.
Weiss is definitely there. He's like his keeper.
Weiss Schnee.
Weiss me.
So wait, is Weiss stronger than Beerus?
Beerus?
Or is Beerus the stronger?
Beerus has got instruction, but Weiss is an angel, so it's just like two sides of a coin, I guess.
That's a terrible answer.
I'm not exactly sure.
If they fought, who would win?
Going by how we see this turn back time, I'm gonna say Whis, I guess.
Turn back time.
Literally,
like the good old days?
Resurrection of F, and so basically Vegeta beats Frieza, and then Frieza blows up the planet because he loses, and then Whis turns back time, so Goku comes with Goku, and Goku goes back to the modern time to defeat Frieza before that happens. So he steals Vegeta's W.
Okay, also I do want to say there will be spoilers for the 2 new Dragon Ball movies going forward.
Obviously.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that.
And every Dragon Ball property that I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah. So, all right, yeah. This movie, it's really hard to talk about the Broly movie because it is mostly just punching and shooting beams at each other. Yeah. Which I have, spoiler alert, did not enjoy as much as Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
I think it lacked like the heart that it needed.
Yeah. Whereas, I like the little like friend group Broly has though, with like Chile.
They do a lot to like bring any interest and like pathos to the character, but
they want to make the character to have the one gif of her boobs, like the thing smacking to her boobs.
It is hilarious how often I saw that, and then when we watch it in the movie,
and every piece of fan art,
there's no sound effect when it happens. It was kind of crazy.
But I like the little thing. I think Broly just being a fucking caveman is really funny.
The idea of so something you had to explain to me. So Frieza was brought back to life.
So yeah, for a tournament of power, Frieza was killed at the he came back to life, then died again at the resurrection of F. And then so so he was just chilling in hell in a tree, wrapped up because he's fucking a fucking bother. So they think, hey, we need Boo. Boo was gonna be our last man. Boo fell asleep for the tournament of power. Hilarious. He doesn't want to wake up because he's fat.
That's a really funny joke.
So we need another man. Instead of getting anybody else, we got Frieza. And they get Frieza. He helps him and Goku team up to ring out Jiren. So 17's the last man standing, and they win. They saved all the universe. They saved the multiverse.
Okay.
And so Frieza's reward was you get to stay alive. And
that is a big mistake.
Literally, Vegeta's like, why would we do this? This is dumb.
Okay, I don't want to compare it to real life events, but imagine your entire race is massacred by one creature.
So imagine Records of Ragnarok where they chose Hitler as like one of their combatants, and then since he won, he gets to stay alive like Jack the Ripper does.
Yeah.
And then just like, oh no, he's fine. But he's gonna genocide. He wants to genocide people. No, he helped us win. It's not safe to let this murderous psychopath that have murdered multiple of my friends. This galactic like tyrant.
Literally racist, evil alien.
Honestly, Cell would have been a safer choice to bring back for the Tournament of Power. He had more honor. He had more honor than Frieza. He held a fair tournament to fight him.
Yeah, that's true.
He had that Saiyan pride in him. Frieza has a tyrant.
That is interesting. I really wonder what character is more fan love, Frieza or Cell?
It's Frieza. I think
it's got to be Frieza, probably.
But saying Cell is probably like come to people's minds more for like Gohan because everybody loves Gohan.
Yeah, to me, Cell is just so iconic.
It's kind of funny how we're gonna have Frieza and Cell kind of, like stuff from these two movies.
That's true. But, oh my god, the next one's gonna be Boo. It's gonna suck.
Bibbidi Bobbidi and Boo.
All right, but yeah, I mean, Broly, we talked about, like, yeah, he's got nothing. His dad's kind of an asshole, I guess.
His dad was an asshole in the first movie, so it's kind of a thing. Just
Broly and his dad living on this planet for 40 years is, like, really stupid.
35, it's 40 years.
Yeah.
Then 5 years pass later, that's when planet Vegeta blows up. So, it's just really funny to see. And then after that, it's funny to see, like, Nappa, Raditz, and Vegeta.
I do like seeing baby Raditz and baby Vegeta. They were
That is the last reference we'll ever see of Raditz.
It is shocking to see Raditz, honestly. I feel
imagine
like
imagine if they went to hell and got Raditz for the team, and he was like fucking became Super Saiyan in hell or something.
He does Super
Saiyan hell, Super Saiyan demon.
Hell. Oh, we're getting there. I'm sure it'll happen. From some of the things I've seen from the manga now, it's hilarious.
Bardock made a wish for his like sons to be like fucking peak, and that peak is for Raditz to die and Goku to be the best. He wished for his sons to be based, and only one of them became based.
But one was cringe.
One was cringe. It's like an ironic dragon wish.
One son be based, the other son be cringe.
My power only allows one to be based, and double base backfire on Raditz.
But yeah, I mean, like, there's not much to talk about. Like, I have to say, Vegeta's fight with Broly was really cool. When he became Super Saiyan God, was really freaking cool.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time Vegeta actually goes red.
Okay.
I think.
Super Saiyan red.
Yeah, Super Saiyan God. I'm not 100% sure. My super knowledge is 100. I kind of keep tabs on it, like, casually.
But you don't watch it.
I don't watch it, no. But
I do. One thing I thought was interesting.
It looks good though. Red Vegeta it looks so much better than blue. Both of them look so much better than blue.
The blue is really dumb,
and they tend to have different powers when they're God.
So that's what I wanted to say. I don't know anything.
I'm not 100% of God's power because I think by the time I started keeping tabs on it, it was just irrelevant to blue.
That's the problem with Dragon Ball. It's like I don't want to get into a discussion. I just talk about the cool thing with Super Saiyan God and Vegeta, when Goku and Vegeta go it's like. They have different abilities, which is interesting because in Dragon Ball, normally, like when you transform like a Super Saiyan 2, whatever, you just get stronger.
But you don't get like but Super Saiyan 2, you get lightning around
you.
You
do get lightning also.
And 3, you lose your eyebrows and your hair, but it also reduces your stamina by like 1,000,000 times.
And I guess that's what Ultra Instinct is too. It's like a different technique. But I think it's really interesting to have like. Oh, you're Super Saiyan God. You have new abilities.
So they have 2 techniques each, like the Angel and the God Destruction. Vegeta gets Ultra Ego, which is the eyebrow is really dumb, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like purplish. But like supposed to be, it's basically like I take all this damage and then I just get stronger from the damage I dish out. But then it just has, I got beat up too much. I'm actually KO'd. But Ultra Instinct's like the Angel.
How many times can we do that gimmick?
Too much. The Angel's teaching them about like your body moves on its own. It's like your body is on an instinct of like dodging everything.
Yeah.
And like just become super strong. And I like the silver look to the hair. But yeah, blue is just like base Super Saiyan where they just become it casually.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like there's no it feels like it's like power creep. That's all it is. Like, we're just making him get a power up to get stronger.
The only cool thing he does is when Goku does Kaioken Super Saiyan God Blue, where I think so you get the red and blue. I think that's a cool
But that probably happens once, right?
Fuck, only a handful of times I think. But like it's I think the red looks so cool on Vegeta. Like,
it looked really good. The effects, I have to say, the effects work of all the energy and like the ki and stuff
blast.
Looked amazing.
A lot of green. I know Broly was green, but they had a lot of green main palettes.
Yes, that was one of my biggest complaints watching this was the color choice, especially Frieza's army,
which is weird.
It's gross
because
it's really bad and unappealing, and not in a good way.
Other than Chile's like had a good shade of green for her skin, but like
unironically, it's funny because Broly has like this stupid like little like sash he wears that's green, but it's like a lime. It's like a pelt. Yeah, it's like a lime green pelt. And it just clashes with all like the purples and stuff, and like Frieza's.
That's so weird because like his like legendary Super Saiyan hair is like that yellow green mix. It's not even like that bright green or anything, but like this movie also goes into CG.
It does, and it looks really good when it does. Except some of the like the spaceships do CG sometimes, and they look a little out of place.
Yeah,
but when the fights go on CG, it just looks good.
I think the only complaint was like if they had the cell shading effect like they had in the superhero movie.
In Superhero, they do that grit. Like, they kind of add, like, the grittiness to the lines.
Yeah.
And it looks great. Like, just spoilers for the Superhero movie.
It's great.
It looks so good. Except the backgrounds. I will bitch about them later, but...
I think you were, like trying to keep attention to the backgrounds of the CG fight. Where a lot of them were just explosions in the background. I do like how, like, the blue key, like, especially when they have Gogeta Burrito, like, just... do the blue beams. It's really good. Like they did this one we did a million.
Gogeta Burrito?
Yeah, Gogeta Burrito. He did that million bullet shot.
Oh yeah,
from the
that
air.
part was awesome.
It looked awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed just all like the visuals, but I did kind of get sick of how long the fights were.
Yeah,
and it was all in the same location too.
I mean, they go from the Arctic to the making lava come out of the Arctic. I did the one part when they go through the Earth and just goes into the fucking core of like really
Goku's
cool.
like drinking lava or magma.
Yeah, they fight in the lava. I'm like, wow, his clothes are very heavily like durable, and his hair.
I know there's that one scene where Goku's Super Saiyan and Krillin sneaks up on him and throws like a rock at his head, and it hurts him because he doesn't have like his energy up. So I think that's interesting. Maybe the energy like prevents the lava from touching them.
A key suit of armor, I guess. I don't know.
It's like a force field around you. It's like Hunter x Hunter. It's like Nen.
Yeah.
What do they call that? When you whatever. I can't remember all the Hunter x Hunter terminology. But you can make like a shield of Nen around you. N is the one where you like send out a signal.
I haven't read Hunter in a while, so my term.
Hatsu is when you deny someone Nen. You cancel their Nen, I think. No, I don't remember. I can't do this.
How to get back into Hunter x Hunter?
My Hunter x Hunter hyperfixation ended a year or so ago. I need to get back into it.
Yeah, we get back to Hunter x Hunter first time. But
one day.
But no, it's some really cool shit. It's just really funny that like at one point Piccolo's like, what the fuck is going on? Piccolo just shows like this like there, like, hey Goku, what's going on? Like, oh yeah, we're fighting a big guy, Frieza and a big guy. The one thing is really funny though, where they have to like basically my favorite thing is Frieza just killing his father. It's like, oh no, look what happened, a stray blast caught your father right in the heart.
It's really funny to me that Frieza remembered that killing Krillin like set Goku off.
I mean, that was a very traumatic incident to Frieza of seeing the legendary Super Saiyan, because that is his greatest fear, was the legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like,
I also love how once Goku goes Super Saiyan, it's almost like the fight is over. Like, Frieza doesn't ever get a leg up on Goku after he goes Super Saiyan.
Goku gives him so many chances and then immediately
it's great.
Just fucking punishes him.
It's really cool to have Goku just be like way above Frieza the whole time.
They're both at this point. They both are like way above Frieza's like power.
Yeah,
but I do love them leading Broly to Frieza to fight so they can fuck around with the fusion technique for an hour.
That part is funny, except it's weird that they leave Bulma.
She's with Weiss. She's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Weiss she literally cooks food for Weiss and Beerus, so she's too much of an asset for like Weiss to let die.
Weiss would rewind time.
He would have
to bring her back to
all the time,
like Superman.
Yes, that's essentially what happened. Is that Superman bullshit? But no, and then they get Gogeta. I love seeing Gogeta. I think Gogeta's way cooler than Vegito. I always felt like that. I don't like blue.
Ooh, hard disagree.
I don't like Gogeta blue, but I think Super Saiyan Gogeta looks 20 times cooler.
Super Saiyan Gogeta is
his vest
cool.
I'm pretty sure his vest is different in this movie, because in Fusion Reborn he had like the blue, he had the orange on the trim of it, and it looks so much better than like I think it's just the black and yellow, I think.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even notice that.
And it looks so much, but he did do the sparkle technique, which I do love.
Did do the sparkle technique.
My basic complaint of Fusion Reborn is that once he does go Gogeta, he just wipes the floor like in half a second.
Yeah, those movies didn't have that much fight. They always fight for 2 seconds.
Like I said, I don't like the blue look. I think even the regular Super Saiyan hair looks cooler by default.
Yeah. I really wish that I had this movie and Superhero when I was like 9.
Yeah.
Because I would, watching this movie as a 9-year-old would literally, it would rock my entire fucking world.
How much did 9-year-old you love having Stupefy play when Cooler being the shit out of Vegeta?
I did love that. I mean, it was great.
It was like an AMV for you.
It literally was like an AMV before they existed. But yeah, I think that this is great for the target audience, which is children or adult that is still a child on the inside.
Broly not dying and just becoming like a training partner for Goku. I kind of like that. He's not a bad guy.
I think it's just kind of anticlimactic to wish him away. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's the thing.
Frieza deserves to die more than Broly does. And Frieza gets away genociding a planet.
That's my biggest complaint with the movie, is at the end of the movie we see Frieza plotting and he's literally committing like a genocide.
Committing war crimes.
That Goku is responsible for.
And he's like, wait till I become Black Frieza.
Because you know how normally they do a thing where Vegito would immediately, or not Vegito, whatever.
They also retcon Vegito, so he's not permanently stuck that way. It since it's not Kai's that wears the Vatora earring, it now has like an hour time limit.
Oh, really?
They literally retconned that, so you can't be permanently stuck. Remember, it only separated because it burned off from Boo's digestive acid.
Okay, I always, as a kid, I remember them splitting. I don't remember how. So.
Yes, because the Boo, when he got eaten by Boo, the acid in his belly burned off the earrings.
That's really fucking funny.
And that's why Supreme Kai was stuck as with his assistant, Kabuto Kai, I think it's called.
Kabuto Kai.
Yeah, I hated that for him. Normal Supreme.
It looks really weird.
Normal Supreme Kai was awesome. I loved him.
He was, he's a cute little like twink.
Little purple guy.
He's like a little twink.
Yeah, became a nothing character by afterwards.
Yeah.
Who cares about the god of Earth essentially? We just gotta talk about the god of destruction and an angel.
I hate that it's literally
they got power crept out.
Going another level up.
They got power crept. There was a whole tournament, all the Supreme Kai, like the all the different like the Northern Supreme Kai.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That all got like power crept out.
It's just crazy to think like the same level that like Tien is, or like
Tien,
like Corrin, like these characters that are just
Corrin.
No, but they're just so like irrelevant to the story.
Corrin and Yajirobe exist to grow sensu beans. Tien,
where do they grow them?
There's a little pot of plant he grows in Corrin's tower.
Why don't they plant it in like a big field and get like a million?
Be too powerful. The fucking sensu beans. Everybody has sensu beans. It'd be too broken.
I like that they explain that sensu beans can't fix like actual illnesses.
Well,
it's only like battle illness.
Because they think, oh, Goku had the heart disease in the Android Saga. Couldn't work. They had to get Future Trunks had to bring the cure from the future to Goku to heal. It's hilarious.
It was just medicine.
It was literally cough medicine. It wasn't like an injection.
Pills,
yeah, it was just like, it was probably pills.
Heart disease.
But yeah, I don't know. I like the movie, but I'd probably give it like 7.5.
Damn, that's fucking high.
I give it 7.5.
It was visually, I enjoyed it, but that was all. Like,
also, it's kind of funny because he's voiced by known terrible person Vic Mignogna, and the dub, and then I think in Fighters it's voiced by John Young Bosch, who I love seeing voice more stuff. So, fun little facto.
It is. I have to say, it is kind of crazy that the voice cast has remained the same. Like, yeah. Like hearing Sean Schemmel as Goku and
Chris Savage voiced like
Savage Vegeta,
Vegeta Piccolo and the King Vegeta.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They still do it. I love him being Piccolo. Piccolo is probably one of my favorite.
Piccolo's so great.
Yeah, so
Piccolo's shafted so much until
okay. So wait, what you score the movie of Broly before we?
I would give it like just almost for the visual appeal and like a light 6.
Light 6, okay.
I'd hate to give it less than like a 6.
I enjoyed probably the most enjoyable thing from Super, so I probably would give that probably because of that.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe a strong 5. All
right.
No shade. I just didn't like love.
And Jim's like, man, these movies just give me so much of like tease of Jiren that I want to see. Like,
I want to see the LMAO guy. He's an LMAO alien.
He's a little gray.
Really
the little
He's
gray.
He's a gray.
He'll never make that into a movie.
So,
so we're talking about the superior movie.
Yeah, there really isn't much to talk about with that one.
It's a lot of fight action.
Yeah, and it looks great. I mean, it's animated well.
Like I said, I like the animation, and it was probably their test dive into the CG stuff that
you can tell.
If they got like positive like receiving of that, we can probably use this to branch into like side movies that we can do to help like even out the timing of like traditional animated, and then have some of these CG ones. And I hope the CG ones stay like side stories like this because I fucking love it.
Yeah, I actually. When they get to the Broly Goku stuff, I was like checking out, honestly. Yeah. Because I was like, I want to see fucking Piccolo.
They did spend so much time on that. But the best thing about this movie, so it is a Piccolo joint. Piccolo, Gohan, and Pan joint adventure.
I love Pan so much in this movie.
I love the beginning had like Piccolo training Pan. It is adorable.
So she can't. It's hilarious too because he's like, "You're only 3 years old and you're so strong."
Well, at the same time, this is when he trained Gohan after he got kidnapped at the like the Raditz thing.
I think he was supposed to be.
But
4,
he kidnaps Gohan, and trains him against his will. Where Pan's like literally like sneaking after school to go train with him because like Chi-Chi would murder Piccolo if she found out that she was training his granddaughter. But she's adorable. I love like. As we come to the like Piccolo like picks up his Pan from school a lot. He's on a first name basis with the teacher.
That was one of my favorite moments when he says he's like, "All right, Catherine, like
sorry about this."
That part was so fucking funny. I love the teacher's design though. She was so cute.
She's the girl they ran off the road.
Yes, yeah.
But that first, the roughest part of the movie is this opening part where they have to. So one thing I did like, it explains the Red Ribbon Army, and like this is a major thing from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, and it showed like in a reanimated way of like all the Red Ribbon Army. I'm seeing like Mr. like Red, Mr. Blue, like Mr. Black. I'm like, well, I can't believe they showed Mr. Black, like racist caricature character.
I love that they reanimated those. They looked really good.
It was cool. See General Tao. I'm like, holy shit, that's so cool, man. And then like seeing like okay, it's actually, and then Dr. Gero is how Dr. Gero got away. He was married to Android 21.
I was like, oh my god, the video game character.
She's in Dragon Ball Kakarot as well. She's also the most broken character.
Kakarot.
That was the RPG. They made the RPG game.
Oh, is that the one where Goku fishes with his tail?
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, she's in that one too as a side character. But yeah, and like her lab coat version, they made like the human Android 21 like at the last character in Fighters, and she's like fucking broken. Apparently, it's really funny that people. It's like one of those things where people want her banned at like every tournament. But yeah, she's like to see her tie there. You get definitely a confirmation of like Android 16 is based off his son.
So then our new character is Dr. Hito, I think.
Hito.
So he's basically like a Sentai fan, like a superhero.
Yes.
What was it? Do you know what this was called in Japanese?
What, the movie?
Yeah. Was it called like Dragon Ball Sentai, Dragon Ball Super Sentai?
Let me see, because
that would have been pretty funny if it was called that.
Try to see if it has like the alternate.
Well, we know that in the Japanese version, Cell Max's name is Big Cuzzo.
Shut up! I don't want to believe that.
It's not real. It was vandalism.
I think it is just called the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it's sometimes they're heroes like
Dragon Ball Super Hero.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, but so he's like stronger and smarter than Dr. Gero.
Yes.
He also has done like injections to make himself a superhuman, essentially.
Yes.
Which I thought was really funny, and they
we
teased that in the beginning, and it pays off later.
Was it the grandson of Dr. Gero?
I thought it was his son.
Or is it his son? No. It may be the grandson, or no, maybe it's a son of Mr. Red, I think, the guy who used to be in charge in Dragon Ball. No, Dr. Gero's surviving Grano is Dr. Hito, is Dr. Gero's grandson.
Oh, his grandson.
The CEO is the son of grandson of Dr. Red. So.
All right. Also, I like the Pompadour guy. The gag about him, like he has like a part of his car like extended upwards into a dome, so it fits his Pompadour.
Also, we get the Chekhov's bee.
There is a Chekhov's bee, and also a literal Chekhov's gun, and also Chekhov's hardened skin.
Carmine's the name of the Pompadour guy.
I like that guy.
But yeah, he basically recruits him. I'm bribing you with Oreos.
I really enjoyed watching the animation of him eating those Oreos.
Endless supply of Oreos.
I really wanted Oreos watching it.
Yeah, if only the movie theater supplied you with Oreos.
Oh, that'd be great. Unlimited Oreos.
It'd be great. It would be a great time to have like packs of Dragon Ball Oreos that had like characters on it, or like the Red Ribbon Army logo embedded on there.
I'd fucking buy it.
So yeah, so basically we had the villain set up. He loves Sentais, he said.
I also like all the callbacks to like the Cell games where they keep bringing up, Mr. Satan.
We don't know his power level, but we know the person who did the finishing blow was Gohan. So Gohan, we're gonna have to like. We could just try to find him. We don't know his powers. So we're just gonna kidnap his granddaughter, like the plant. But
his daughter.
His daughter. Sorry, I keep saying a Goku for some reason. But it does come into play. But
they're basically the same character.
So there's many things. So we have like Piccolo discovers everything on his own and like finds her undercover base, goes undercover.
Piccolo has like a fucking Splinter Cell, like a Kojima, what is it called? Metal Gear moment where he's like sneaks around and. I fucking just love this scene. Like, the focus on Piccolo. So there's so many little details I loved. Like, they gave Piccolo a cell phone, which he does not like using. He doesn't know how to use. He holds it
like a creature, yeah.
Yeah. He has, like, all these little plushies they keep giving him that he says he doesn't care about, but he keeps them all, like, lined up, so...
He definitely cares about that.
He definitely does. I just love his, like, little house he has. I don't know. I love the Piccolo focus.
It's great. And then like you having the thing where like Gohan tells him to pick like Panna because he's too busy, and
I love that it's a plot point that Piccolo has to like pick up Pan from school. That is so fucking funny.
Because like I think like Videl was busy and everything, and it's just like shit. Like and then he goes to Gohan's house where he's like doing his work or his job, I guess, and like touch it on the mirror and it'd be like, take care of your daughter. Like I'm busy. Like wear these weighted clothing with my clothes beam. And then, like, it's so funny.
There's just so many fun little details. That's why, like, compared to the Broly one was just, like, the things that I think about like Dragon Ball Z of like, oh, we're big and strong and epic and like the biggest powerful punch. But this felt so much more fun, and it was like they play around like the strong villains they fight in this are kind of joke characters. Like when what are their names? Like 1 and 2?
Yeah, 1 and 2, yeah.
So when Piccolo fights 2, I think he fights 2, he has this like thing where he projects like the sound effects behind him.
He's a hologram. And like, he's like, why am I seeing this guy's attack names or whatever? But if you finally see, like, he's like in the base, you see like he's doing them. Like,
it like glitches a bit, and you see, which is really funny. And like having Piccolo bounce off of a character like that is really funny too.
Yeah,
because he's so super serious and
to have a guy like. One of the negatives is that Gohan has no references to Saiyaman. I feel like this would have been the perfect like reference to.
I didn't even fucking realize that. That's like,
or like tell him how to pose right or anything, because that's a thing he does. It's just like
that was like his whole character in the Buu saga.
Yeah,
for like half of it at least.
But like it would have been great little like reference to that.
I can't even believe that I didn't even notice that until you just mentioned it.
No references to Saiyaman.
That's kind of crazy. Honestly, I didn't care for the Great Saiyaman.
But I do like number two thinking like, oh yeah, I beat him. He just like Piccolo just sneaks away like easily in the dust, and then like that's when he follows him. But also they also write out Goku and Vegeta with a way too long like
this sequence is so fucking long. It's basically like an episode of Dragon Ball.
If it didn't have the fuck fight, I would have been like, you don't need to show them like eating. You can just have like Broly is training with them. He is watching them. Here's a sexy girl character is there. Beerus has a crush on her. We have to establish.
Is fucking horny.
Yeah, Beerus has a type apparently.
These are like small short stacks.
Weiss talks about food too much, and it goes on for way too long. All you gotta do is like them talk about their training. They start to fight, and you know Broly's watching intently. Everybody's watching intently.
They give so much character to these background characters. It's almost admirable that they decide to care so much about them.
They had to make the what's it called? Was it lime or is it lemon?
Limo.
Chile
He's
and
a
like
chef.
Chile and I think it's like lime and
whatever. It's like a lemon. That's what is the
lime
the
to a lemon,
is.
lemon to a lime.
That's the parody name.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how they like okay. And like Bulma tries to reach them, and then like because they're eating ice cream and have it covered, they don't know the danger alert.
Which is kind of funny.
It's
also
fine.
The Bulma shot. There's a shot
of her ass.
Yeah, it's just Bulma's ass like
Jim
against the camera.
Jim, it's a reference to what's to come when we find out about the Dragon Ball stuff. It's Chekhov's butt cheeks.
Chekhov's butt cheeks.
But no, we find out their plan is that they're like he made I guess 2 androids or 2 robots. You say they're androids, but they come off more as robots. So they call them androids.
An android is just a robot to look like a human.
Yeah, but
like a human.
But even all the like, Android like 17, 18 were actually like cyborgs more than androids.
Wait, are they?
Yeah, they were like.
These are different things.
Yeah.
Technically, Dr. Gero is a cyborg.
Yes. No. Basically, and even like 16 is full robot.
Yeah, definition. Well, he'd be an android. Android is just a human-shaped robot, right? Is that
yes.
not what an android
yes,
is?
that is.
So yeah.
So 17 and 18 are not really android because I'm pretty sure they're still human. Fucking 18 has a kid.
Well, yeah, no, they just put a uterus in her.
Shenron, because Krillin tried to make the witch, he couldn't make her human again because that was outside his power. But he made the bomb that was in her belly gone though, and her and 7. So that was the wish they had at the end of like Cell Saga.
All right, we've talked too much about this. Except, wait, I'm looking up the definition for android. An android is literally just a robot with a human appearance.
Okay.
I have to say, android does sound cool, so I understand why Toriyama would have chosen that.
It's a cooler name. Yeah, there's more androids than there are like, actual like cyborgs inside, like all the numbered ones. Because Jiro's way more android than he is cyborg, because I'm pretty sure probably only his brain, he uploaded himself to like a body.
Dr. Gero.
Yeah.
But he's still a cyborg. If he's a human, you're a cyborg.
Yes. But when
to be an android, you have to be not human.
Whatever.
That's the point of being an android.
Whatever. So we also learned like they're remaking Cell. I was like, oh no, we get Cell 2.
When they said that, my heart like sank. I was like, no. But then I had like a come to Jesus moment where I was like, actually, this is good. But this is good that they're being stupid.
But also like, so they basically have to come with a plan of like, okay, we're gonna kidnap his daughter and like just get and kill Gohan because he he's the main threat we're after. He's too powerful. And this is my favorite part of Piccolo going along with like, oh, I live near Gohan. I know what his daughter looks like.
It is very funny.
It's great, and then he has the misadventures of like when you go to pick up like Pan, they try to kidnap Pan, the guy gets beat up, and they just park illegally in the road too, which is really funny.
Yeah, they land their spaceship in the middle of the road,
and then like
Pan just fucking the guy up is so funny.
Like, oh, Piccolo, I know your power level. And, like sorry about all this. We're gonna go on an adventure. He gets on the ship. Like, you're parked illegally. Like, yeah, it's fine.
The fact that there's a kind of a joke about how Pan recognizes Piccolo even though he's in disguise, and Gohan doesn't.
Yeah.
And it just shows that Pan is way more like in tune with her abilities, and Gohan is just
she's already stronger than she was
researcher.
in GT. But I just love it. And then on the spaceship, okay, we need to get your father to come with it. Remember, do a pretend kidnapping, Pan. It's gonna make your father come out here and get him like into the fight. He's like, okay, great. And Piccolo also references that he never got his license.
They do make a fucking joke about that. There were so many little like fan servicey references. Oh, we didn't talk about the whole Dragon Balls thing. So,
well, yeah, basically Piccolo also went to get the Dragon Balls from Bulma, and they make a wish.
Well, first they pour the juice on it.
Dende puts the juice to change the dragon and make 3 wishes,
which is insane, and it literally is nothing. It's like a joke.
Seems like do what Super Kami Guru did, and unlock my potential like he did with Gohan and Krillin,
which also feels like something a fan would think of. Like,
it's so bullshit.
As like a child, when I was into Dragon Ball and like you watch like the Super Guru guy do the thing, it's like, well, why can't you do that to everybody?
This Shenron cannot increase your power level. Like you can say make me super duper strong. Like, just unlock my potential, my hidden potential, and that's like.
But he says, I've unlocked your potential and a bit extra, which is fucking weird and insane.
He can see the lock that's like breaking inside of him, I guess.
But he's
his limiters, Jim. He broke
I thought it was
limiter.
supposed to be the dragon was empowering him with more extra power, which we learn turns Piccolo into like the strongest character in the fucking Dragon Ball universe.
You put the juice on it to unlock the get that potential power from Shenron. Use the juice, Jim.
This is bullshit.
It's the juice.
It's such bullshit. It's literally, why doesn't Goku just wish to be the biggest and strongest? Like,
Goku wants to become that on his own.
Why doesn't Vegeta do it?
Frieza wants to be taller, and Bulma wants her ass to be thicker.
It's true. This is where we do learn, Bulma asks for cosmetic surgery, essentially. But I love how, and she talks about it in the Broly movie too, she wants to do it to a point where it's almost unnoticeable. She wants to be something that people wouldn't notice and point out, but they would still look at her and be like, "Oh, she's still youthful and young."
I want to look young enough to be like have a gun in Fortnite and shoot up Beerus.
I just wish that she would be like, "Make me like Dragon Ball Bulma. I want to be 11 again."
Me with the bunny outfit again. But no, but basically that leads to like the encounter that like. So I do love the one guy knocks on like Gohan's window. We kidnapped Pan. Then he just like makes a crater like appear, like just goes fucking mad.
Yeah, Gohan going like super duper Saiyan.
Yeah, then he just goes there, goes to the facility, and just has like the standoff. It looks great. I love the rain. I think the rain background probably looked the
great.
best.
I also do love that they like take Gohan there in their little car, their like spaceship, and then Gohan.
When he sees Pan, he breaks it,
busts out of it. I love that part. That was really funny.
You don't want to piss Gohan off, man. I do like Gohan going Super Saiyan and going like Ultimate Gohan from like the end of Boo, which is really cool to see. I mean, basically the entire ending is just a fucking like fucking boss fight, a multiple layered boss fight with everybody's coming in there and helping out.
I liked it so much more than the Broly one though, just because it was like, I guess they built up the characters enough that I cared.
Because like there's 2 things they have to fight, like 1 and 2, but then like there's a realization of like them being heroes and being with the villains.
Piccolo's like, why are you kidnapping children if you're heroes?
Huh?
And he's like, wait,
are we the baddies? And then you are literally just Google the Red Ribbon Army. You have the patch on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Which is funny too, because they even make a joke about like, oh, we're supposed to be like super incognito superheroes.
Putting your branding on it. Yeah. So like, so 1 and 2 basically get their ass beat. Like, they don't get their ass beat super hard, but
actually,
like,
what's his face? They're pretty strong. Like the one guy contends with Gohan.
Yeah.
For a bit. There's one part where they like get knocked into like an underground facility for like 12 seconds.
There's one moment where like Piccolo goes, "Hey Pan, just yell like you're in danger," and it triggers Gohan. It's great. I love it's this entire movie is for Piccolo to make Gohan.
He's gaslighting Gohan.
Gaslight his son.
I really do love that. Like, I love that in no moment does he think that Pan is in danger. So he's like, oh yeah, Pan, it's like a game. Like, we'll just like pretend to be kidnapped.
Pan, we got to trigger your dad. But like, yeah, I like. And I like kind of the pseudo villains like kind of realizing everything and like also kind of realizing their father, like they call him his father essentially, and this like wanted to defend him, and like even he comes to realize because like he goes to go like summon Max essentially,
Cell Max,
and he puts a power suit on and just bee stings him to death. But he still activates Cell Max because
one thing I want to say, I want to talk about 1 and 2 before we move on to Big Cuzzo, aka Cell Max.
Big Cuzzo, stop calling you Big Cuzzo.
So one thing I really like, and compared to like Broly again, because we just saw it, like normally when they fight super, like these guys are fucking strong. Like these guys are literally
They are the fucking strong.
They are the fucking strong. Like these guys are stronger than like Perfect Cell, which is hilarious to think about.
Well, and I guess Boo technically.
And Boo, because like Gohan is like having trouble fighting what's his name too, whatever.
If only they had him for a Tournament of Power.
But the cool thing here is like because their stupid gimmick is being a superhero, they can't just like shoot energy beams out. They have to use their dumb guns.
Yes.
So it makes the fight more fun and interesting to watch because they have to pull their little guns out. And they're also shooting like fun little beams. I don't know. I just thought that was clever and like interesting rather than like, okay, well, he's just a Saiyan, so he's going to shoot laser beams out of his... At least Broly did a couple of cool things where he shot it out of his like mouth.
They tried a unique thing with androids, like 16 being like having like the gun under his arm thing, and like
oh yeah, that was cool.
19 and 20 both had like little like energy absorbing hand.
Yeah,
gimmick.
I love that. That looks so cool.
21 being a sexy Boo girl that everybody's gonna make fan art of.
I still don't know what her deal is. I've only seen like the screenshots from the game.
She's their android that's making.
That has Boo abilities.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, I've seen. She's a really good design.
Yeah, she's very good. But yeah, we also get Goten, Trunks, 18, and Krillin come in there. They shit on Krillin, which is sad.
Yeah, Krillin is a cop now, which.
Yeah, he was. That's established as super.
Hashtag cancel. We're gonna cancel Krillin.
Hey, the Force loves him. He's a good cop.
Do you think Vegeta is a Blue Lives Matter kind of guy?
No, Vegeta's like, I don't care. No lives matter.
Vegeta hates humans.
He like Kakarot lives don't matter with a Punisher like skull on the back of his fucking shirt.
Is there ever anything that goes into Bulma and Vegeta's relationship? I'm so fascinated by this aspect of the lore.
That's a deep question.
I feel like they just needed to have a hole for Vegeta to fuck so that Trunks could exist.
They've had 2 kids, and like, well, I always had that was a one moment where like, oh god, what was it? Was it Beerus? I think Beerus like smacks Bulma, and that like literally in that movie or in that arc, and he triggers Vegeta like, "Don't you hurt my Bulma!" and like snaps and they attacks him.
That's cute.
It's like when is more he showed more affection for Bulma than Goku has shown Chi-Chi. Like
Goku forgot who Chi-Chi was.
Like half of the whole relationship is completely one-sided with Chi-Chi and Goku.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah, we have like the big epic fight. Gotenks fails the fusion because we can never see Teen Gotenks ever.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. So in the first, they don't really show up for long, but in the Broly movie, they're kids still. Like they still look like how they did in the Buu saga. But this one, they're like proper adults.
They hit the growth spurt.
Well, not adults, but they're like teens.
But just like GT, they fear showing them as Teen Gotenks, and I hate that. I want to see actual legit Gotenks, and I feel like it wouldn't have hurt to have Gotenks in there because he probably would have been nearly as strong either because he could only go Super Saiyan 3.
But people don't like Gotenks.
But
that's my theory.
I think it's Teen Go, but they still had fat Gotenks. I don't need a fat character. You could have.
It's a funny character. It's a funny joke.
I don't need to see Gotenks' ass for like 20 minutes.
They did show.
I want to see Super Gotenks Kamikaze attack. I want to see Galactic Donuts.
I did hate the. That they had to do, like, they were obligated to do all of the fusion fail jokes.
I want to see Die Missile Barrage. I want to see the volleyball spike. Come on.
Whatever.
Galactic Donuts, Jim.
They're fucking asses out for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Do you think they use they them pronouns when they fuse together?
No. I believe they They probably do we. They do the Venom.
Yeah, that's like them.
They do the Venom thing, but they only say we.
They use the
well,
royal
movie Venom is an LGBT icon.
It's true,
as we've seen. But we see
Eddie. We're using they them pronouns now, Eddie. All right. All right,
he
dude.
Sweats horribly.
I'm really hungry for some chicken.
Some frozen pizza bagels. But no, we see some Max as like fucking kaiju, which is weird. I wasn't expected to be a kaiju. It's like a power swap. If you both picked Cell in a fighting game or one of the Budokai games,
like red.
You get like a red Cell probably.
Red Cell.
I'm pretty sure the second Cell power swap was like the Cell Junior color scheme, but.
So yeah, he's they say he's like underformed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's supposed to be like
yes.
They're supposed to collect more data to give to him because right now he's basically just like a mindless creature.
He's Broly.
He's basically a Broly. And he's huge. I was surprised at how huge he was.
He's like, but it is weird they base his design off second form Cell.
Yeah.
Instead of perfect Cell, and instead of like the suck tail, he has like a club tail.
It's
like
really cool.
A Shin Godzilla tail that would just shoot like projectiles everywhere.
It does do the Shin Godzilla thing. I do, going back to like the idea that like, all the fights in this are really visually interesting. Making him big was a really good call because it made the fight really interesting because everyone could like attack him at once.
Yes, and it brought some fun things in it. And the whole
stuff where we didn't talk about Orange Piccolo.
We'll get there, 'cause the whole gimmick is to crack his skull and to
hit his soft spot,
hit his nucleus as he had in Dragon Ball Z. And I think Piccolo gets like knocked into a fucking like ravine, and it triggers like the potential that makes him orange.
The bit extra that the dragon gave him.
Yeah.
And I literally was like laughing out loud. Like this is like, as I said, this is as a child, I would imagine like, what if Piccolo could get an epic power up like Super Saiyan so he could fight with Goku? And it happens, and he becomes big and ugly and orange. He becomes orange. Why does he turn orange?
I don't know, man.
It's so funny. I have no malice towards it. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, at the same time, number 2 like tries to nuke himself in the Cell Max, and I felt like okay, he's gotta survive, or they could like maybe save his data, but no, he literally dusts at the end. Which is like, I was like, damn, an android just fucking dusted.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I actually like that part. The animation from when he like did his big like meteor attack, it was really cool. And then also I liked how Cell's arm was like destroyed and his skin around it was like crispy.
Yeah.
Like the heat of it was destructive.
It's like what stuff would do. Like okay, they lost an arm in this anime, but to show it in America, they have to like have it just be crispy instead of it lost.
Yeah, no blood.
You just have a blackened arm, and that's like good enough. But yeah, so basically number 2 dies. We have Orange Piccolo, of course, who's just a big orange Piccolo.
A big ugly orange Piccolo.
He's a very buff Piccolo. But I also do love where Crow's like, can you just like you did at the World Tournament? Can you just become big? Like, oh yeah, I can do that shit. I haven't done that in fucking ages. And
then also he's like, this doesn't make me any stronger. I am just bigger now.
I mean, as I've seen in like other times where there've been giants, it's more of a hindrance than like a benefit.
Yeah, but it's fun and it makes the fight fun.
And it works in kaiju where like he can like be the one to hold. Like he does this thing where he stretches his arms a lot and holds down Cell.
Yeah,
he loses his arm as well.
Also, the idea of like, I kind of saw it coming where they were kind of mirroring the Raditz fight where it was going to be, Piccolo has to like hold him down, and they kind of end up doing that.
Yeah, but we see like, basically Piccolo like trying to be the one to president, like, Gohan, you got to do something, and then Piccolo gets his ass beaten orange and gets like almost killed. He gets like what like Goku did the raccoon where he gets his ass beat and then just like ends with like him holding him up like a saucer, kind of thing. And then that's what makes Gohan trigger, like seeing Piccolo like how Krillin died to Goku to trigger him. Piccolo triggers Gohan to become Gohan Blanco.
I think you mean Gohan Beast.
Gohan Blanco,
also known as Final Gohan. I think that's how it was referred to.
I honestly fucking love this.
I was laughing. The reveal is hilarious. They show his hair white and long.
I honestly glad they just didn't do the Super Saiyan Blue thing of just making it the same as Super Saiyan.
Yes.
But
I like that. I couldn't believe that they were doing this.
It's I know people joke about it, but I love the hair actually changing in Super Saiyan forms. It's so hilarious. Like even Ultra Ego at least has like Vegeta loses eyebrow to the Super Saiyan 3 thing, and I find that hilarious. It doesn't look good, no, but I think it's like interesting and it's hilarious. I fucking, that's what I love about, I'm still saying to this day, Super Saiyan 4, best transformation, my favorite one.
You're crazy.
It looks awesome.
You're crazy.
It's an actual transformation and not just blue.
It is. That is true.
I think it's to lore. It's way more interesting than just Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. But like, I don't know. Just as me, I'm very biased towards that. Even though I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is probably the best looking one, but I love Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I have a figure of that on my Dragon Ball shelf. But no, I love Gohan Blanco a lot. And my favorite part of this whole thing is that the final attack is Gohan doing the special beam cannon because he learned it from his dad. The family tradition of stealing moves from others, from elders.
It's true.
And I just love that. And Piccolo,
it's awesome.
It's great. It looks good. It looks good. All the fucking attacks
really cool.
Look good.
The way that it like shoots out and they do a big earth shot of it.
It's always
really cool.
the coolest looking attack. Even in Dragon Ball Z, where it's like the death beam that Frieza does, but it has the lasers flying around it, and it's like always it's like next to the Destructo Disc of being like one of those things that can just pierce through anything, like a kill move. But it has, unlike the Destructo Disc, it just needs time to charge up. And
it's freaking epic.
And Piccolo being like, "You copied, how do you do that? I was doing that in secret." And like Piccolo, like, "I like that. It looks good. I love it."
I too loved the Gohan Blanco transformation, but I couldn't help but laugh because it's like
his red eyes and white hair.
It really felt like, I mean, I was back in like 2007 watching like Super Saiyan 10 on YouTube.
Yeah, looking up like videos or pictures of like, oh my god, Super Saiyan 5 Gohan Blanco.
It's like you can only go like where people have already gone, like with fan art of like, his hair is white and longer.
So one of the funny things, it was like in like Budokai 3 or Tenkaichi, always like the word on the street was like, if you beat the game at hardest difficulty with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you can get Super Saiyan 5.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's like blue. It's like he's like blue, and
he's blue. What?
You're like, what the fuck? And then you say, oh my god, it's actually real, but it's like an image from like a fucking modded version of like Budokai. You're like, fuck. I had to watch this 144p video of the mod.
I remember somebody in like second grade lied to me and said that you could, in Dragon Ball Budokai 1, you could get Super Saiyan 3 Goku by beating the tournament on the hardest difficulty. That was a lie. I looked it up years later. Not true.
Bullshit. Not many characters in Budokai 1, so yeah. But no, I honestly like low key like love that shit. I love Pan having to fly.
Pan's little fly moment was great. Like this is what the Broly movie didn't have any of. Like these little good fun moments.
I love the characters. I love seeing Gohan. Like the whole thing, like Gohan lacking your training. Maybe I should get my training. But seeing like him and Piccolo interact is great. Seeing Piccolo being the biggest fucking weirdo and just being like the most like,
it's great.
Being the adult of. Being more of an adult than Gohan is, because Gohan just working at a job as a biologist.
He's just like he's some sort of like...
He's a biologist, I think.
Yeah.
I just want like the science meetup of like Gohan, like Jotaro, like all the weird like Shonen characters that actually got real jobs, despite like this fucking crazy world they live in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's interesting.
I really just something like thinking about these two movies. It's interesting to compare them. Like, I have no affection towards Goku as a character.
Oh, not many people do. A lot of people don't like Goku. Why do you think some people love Vegeta way more than Goku and want to see Vegeta, like, prosper more than Goku? But
even Vegeta, I love Vegeta, and as a kid, Vegeta was always my favorite. But, like, watching this movie, I don't know what he wants. Like, what does Vegeta really want anymore?
Be Goku?
I guess,
and he gets that.
He does at the end of the superhero movie, which was funny. That was a funny joke.
The rare Vegeta W.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I watch Vegeta and I don't have any emotional connection. But with this, it was like, oh, Piccolo is, like, trying to reunite Gohan and his daughter. It's, like, a really funny stakes, but
nice.
It works. And it's like...
At the same time,
they're having them, like, rediscover a connection between the two of them is wonderful.
Also, I love, like, everybody, it's Demon King Piccolo. Like, I don't go by that anymore.
That is really funny, yeah.
We don't go by that anymore.
Of course, yeah, this movie's full of fan service, and it's, like, extremely silly, but it's extremely fun, and it's honestly the best Dragon Ball movie that exists.
And what do you think of the style of the CG movie? Like the CG
we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
I thought it looked fantastic, except...
the backgrounds.
The backgrounds I thought looked abysmal, to a point where it was distracting for me. But the animation itself looked amazing. And just the way that they did. I think they've just learned so much from all of the different mediums that Dragon Ball's been in.
And like I said, and watching Broly, like this is like when they dabbled in it. This is when they tried their first real attempt at a full thing. And I think the next one could be like maybe they'll get the backgrounds like a good mixture of like the first one had probably a way better background in the fights than this one. But I feel they can improve now, and it's only gonna get better. And I kind of hope they stick with like the character stuff, like was like stuff people want to see a lot of. They want to see a lot more.
Give me a Yamcha movie.
Give me a TN movie, like a TN launch.
TN and launch.
That's always the gimmick of like launch trying to track down TN, and TN had nothing to do with it.
Give me launch. I want to see launch.
But seeing a TN movie is so. I was like, man, you couldn't bring TN to the fight after he has like one of the most memorable Cell moments of like fucking doing the Kyoho, like the tri-beam cannon, like into fucking Cell 2 into a crater. I love that movie. It's so cool. I want more.
It's pretty epic. I like how we can zoom in with it.
It's great. I want more of the Z Fighter stuff, but seeing more with Gohan would be great. I love how there's still one of the heroes around left. I think number 1 is left.
Yeah, I like that too.
And I'm wondering, like, because recently the granola arc ended in the manga, so I'm like wondering, like, are they gonna incorporate this movie into the canon stuff now that Gohan's probably like fucking the strong?
I feel like they can't. Like, the whole point of this is supposed to be like Gohan is the strongest character ever, but that's not how he chooses to live his life. He chooses to live his life with his family. Well,
because hey,
but he's job first. But
so if you're not, so I'm just gonna say because I read the end of I was kind of reading the Granola arc. It's not very good, but. So basically, like, two characters, like a good guy, I guess, or a bad guy, or a good guy that people thought, like, you know, Goku and Vegeta were the bad guy because they're Saiyans, and then becomes good. He basically said, oh, I made a wish on a dragon to become the strongest warrior in the universe, but I trade out, like, years of my life to become that, because this is, like, an equivalent exchange dragon on the planet they go to. And so the villain does that, so he becomes stronger than the guy who wished before him. And then, so basically, and then Frieza comes up at the end and says, oh, he makes quick work of the guy who was the most powerful. He's like, that's impossible. He should be stronger than you. He's like, oh, I wasn't in the universe when I made the wish, so now I'm the strongest in the universe. But when they go to leave the planet, because Frieza just lets Goku Vegeta live for no reason.
That's something that Frieza would do in character.
But, you know, he says, I'm going to kill them next time I see them. But then, like, Weiss takes them away, and he's like, oh, there's someone who's, like, fucking might be even stronger that just came to our attention. I'm like, could this be the fucking Gohan Blanco now they're referring to? So I'm like, oh god, you can bring Gohan into the equation, but then you have to draw. But then Toriyama, who's like, people assume that like he drew Blue like that, so he didn't have to like change the art style for characters more for Super.
Oh,
a lot of people have that like idea. That's why you don't see 3 at all.
But doesn't he not like to draw anymore? Doesn't he just do like character designs occasionally?
I don't know the what goes on with Super with like I'm not sure because of the situation like Boruto is or anything, but
I'm pretty sure like
that's why Golden Frieza is just a color swap version of and Black Frieza now. It's like
that's I think the worst part about these new forms. It's like I want it to look at least like the Super what is it called, Super God?
Yes,
or whatever God Super Saiyan, not whatever
Super Saiyan God.
Super Saiyan God. At least that like redesigns the body, like it makes them like more like sleek, like svelte, whatever you want to call it.
And then like as Frieza, the whole gimmick of his people are that they have multiple forms. And he just I know the final form is iconic, but you couldn't do like another transformation after. It would be like that should be the next step. Is like this isn't my final form now. This is because literally like what his last final form, which is a buff version of what he was. He never goes that buff anymore. Like despite like his form, he'd never like the really 100% final form Frieza has become to know in like the Budokai games.
100% final.
And
it's kind of like how, remember when Trunks and Vegeta became like Super Trunks and Super Vegeta? Yeah, and they just got like super buffer.
They got really buff and really big hair, but like their hair was like insanely big, but like it just made them slower, which I kind of love having like the drawback to Super Saiyan forms. Why Trunks or by Cell easily beat them, or no final form, Final Cell, Perfect Cell, not 100% Perfect Cell, it's different. But no. I love Frieza. Frieza's one of my fucking favorite villains.
Great,
I have wearing a shirt with Frieza on it right now.
It's true. I'm looking at it.
But like, I'm like, what can you do with Frieza? Why? I know you brought Frieza back, I guess, for like nostalgia and just to give Frieza a form. But like, I guess all their recent attempt of making new villains was we got Goku Black, who's like interesting at first and then fizzles out heavily once they go into more details about it. And like Jiren is lame as fuck. He's a meme.
He's a literal so strong, meme. But Sammy's so fucking strong.
Fucking cared. Broly's somehow the most interesting, but he's not even the villain of the arc. He's just a fucking Hulk they send after him, then they calm him down.
And immediately becomes Goku's friend.
Yes, and then you got Gas, who fucking sucks as well in the Granola arc. Yeah, Gas is like the main guy they fight in the Granola arc.
Oh. What does he look like? Does he look bad?
Yes. He looks dumb. It looks like a Toriyama design, and then once he gets transformed, it looks fucking stupid. There was a like weird guy they fought between Tournament of Power and the Granola arc. I forget. He was like a weird goat man, and that arc fucking forgot about that. That's a very forgettable arc.
I hate the way this character.
There's a weird goat guy that he's like a weird like I think a mage kind of like he does magic, but then he just becomes generic big guy that looks like every other fucking like villain. Yeah, he also like he becomes like there's a villain before that.
Who is she?
She becomes Frieza's cook now because she's just a fucking henchman for like a mob. For the mob guy, because they're part of like a fucking like mafia group. I'm pretty sure. They're also all connected to Bardock, by the way, too. Bardock fights him one time, like, hey, how did Bardock be able to beat him? And then feel like he just did. I guess he fought really hard. It's really dumb. But yeah, there's like a arc between that with an even dumber. They have an interesting looking, unique kind of villain. Then he becomes like a young, and then he absorbs like two guys and becomes a generic like fucking Dragon Ball villain. God, I forget the.
How many more times can Goku and Vegeta get stronger and bigger? Like
I type in Dragon Ball Super villains and Moro. This is what he looks unique. He's like a weird goat man.
He does look unique.
But then tell me he becomes generic fucking Dragon Ball villain.
He looks like an OVA. He looks like an OVA villain.
He looks like a movie villain.
Yeah.
He's like a weird. He's like weird like cell face. That's what he has. He's resting cell face.
Resting cell face.
But no. I say Super kind of like the manga kind of fucking sucks, but like I will see more of these movies at a heartbeat.
I would 100% opening night go see the next one.
If you gave me another Piccolo, Gohan, and Pan joint, I'm there. You throw in TN, you have all my money.
I feel like they understand like how to make a really fun one of these now, and I would
And what when you hear like Dragon Ball fans like myself and many other people, you've probably been around plenty of Dragon Ball fans. The biggest thing like, oh, I love Gohan. I wish there was more than I wish they show more love to Gohan.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, Piccolo, he's a way better dad. I want to see more Dad Piccolo, and we get all that. Like they make I like seeing GT soured me so much on the idea of Pan, but this movie is like so good with Pan. I love Pan. I'm like never become that. Please.
I love Pan. I want Pan to become Super Saiyan. Do it.
I do. They already did female Super Saiyan in Tournament of Power with Caulifla. There was actually another universe that had like a female Broly essentially.
I've heard about this. I'm very intrigued by just this one thing.
Yes. Those two lesbians fused together.
Do they do like the fusion dance or is it
they do
Potara?
Potara. But their design, I love their designs though. And like Vegeta becomes there's like a little like other Vegeta. I think it's called Kaba. And like Vegeta kind of becomes a mentor to him, and it's kind of a nice Vegeta being a mentor to somebody.
Interesting.
And then there's also like Frost, who's like, people think he's a good Frieza, but then he's an asshole because like, everybody that looks like Frieza is an asshole. One of the Frost demons.
All right. Well, I think I'm about Dragon Balled out.
Yeah, I can understand. I could talk about Dragon Ball for a long time for the bullshit.
But yeah, I agree. I will see the next one. I really hope that it's also not a Goku focused one.
Same. This explain Goku's just off planet doing shit. Even like. What if they like Gohan, Beast, and Broly? Like I don't know. You have Broly Squad come in for an adventure, and maybe fight with Gohan, like Beast or something. I don't know. Have fun, weird interaction between characters we don't see. Then
I hope we never see Gohan Beast again.
I want to see Piccolo Orange and Gohan. Beast.
I want to see Piccolo go orange every single day for the rest of his life.
But I just love like, what did we call this for? I don't know. Orange Piccolo.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny that he says that like as a response to the joke in like Broly where. Like Vegeta or Gogeta's trying to name himself, and Piccolo's like, "This is stupid. Like, why do you care about naming yourself?"
Like you should just go. Like, no, I need to name myself first. And he's like, this is my new form. What should I call it? I'm gonna call it Golden Frieza. Like, also the Super movie was really sad because that was like the Frieza voice actor's last performance before he passed away. I think Chris Ayers. I think it's Chris Ayers, which is really sad. But like he's a great Frieza voice. I think Frieza's voice has changed throughout the year because like I remember very early on a very old lady did the voice of Frieza.
That original voice is awesome. It's so iconic.
It's iconic and like it like reminded me of like this is probably what they did like the old lady voice for Goku in the US is probably would sound like for like our ears. Because the original Goku voice actor is still there to this day.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
I think they just kept her because that's just the person that was always doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for. I want more of this stuff. Just please let it go. Or maybe if you did like, maybe like if it's just Goku spending time with his family, maybe like a father, maybe Goku and Goten. That would be.
I would like to see Goten,
Vegeta, and what's it called? Trunks go on a family vacation.
Hey, that would be great, actually, because that I think Goten is a character that is not a character. Like, no. Goten has never had any focus. He exists to fuse.
He had a little bit of character in GT where he was like a fucking like a ladies' man.
That's kind of
which is the most they did for like a fucking with Goten and like ever. Chris Ayers, yeah, that's the name for who is Frieza. But anyway, I would love give me some weird stuff like. I'm trying to think of other characters that are like, give me Chaozu. Chaozu Yamcha had to defend the Earth from like
Chaozu's power up.
Blows him up.
He gets like,
I learned to blow myself up without me dying.
What if Chaozu got buffed like Garlic Jr. did?
Oh, that'd be great. I would love like the fucking Dead Zone Chaozu.
He just gets his fucking like nothing in his legs, only his torso. His pecs get like huge.
His skin goes from like the fucking pale white to like something else.
Yeah,
he goes to like
green.
No, we need another palette. No, color that hasn't been like purple.
I was thinking purple. Yeah,
a Chinese vampire to a real vampire. I'm trying to think of other things.
Oh, is that what he's supposed to be?
He's supposed to be a Chinese vampire. That's his design's based off of. If you think of
I don't remember.
He never walks. He rarely walks. If he is, he's just behind TN. But
I remember in one of the games, he would just like zip around. Like his feet wouldn't move. He would just like hover around. Essentially,
like, it was really funny that they made him just a move for TN in fighters, where he has a one-time use self-destruct on. He can be an assist for TN for what his moveset, but you can send him in there to just detonate as a nuke and just never appear after that because he's dead.
That's funny.
It's so fucked up. I love that. But yeah, I love it. It's good. A good movie. What would you actually like rate it then?
This one I would rate like a strong 7.
Strong 7?
If not more. I enjoyed it, so I would say strong 7.
I was gonna say like 8.
It was so enjoyable.
Yeah, I got a lot of like the nods to Dragon Ball was this super like surprise. A lot of stuff surprising to see referenced by like someone who's a lot of this shit.
It didn't even feel like it needed to be like a Dragon Ball Super thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just. I thought
it was at first. I thought it was just called Dragon Ball Superhero.
Yeah, but which it should have been called that.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else then?
No, I do want to say there were a lot of videos going around of. I think there were fake videos of like cringe My Hero Academia fans. Did you see this video where it was like before the screening at like some theater, a kid walks up and he's like, "Before we see Dragon Ball Superhero, I want to talk about the greatest superhero, All Might, Full Cow, Detroit Smash." And he does like a whole fucking like monologue, but I'm pretty sure it was his friends that were filming him because like they were like heckling him, but like
the same people that like, went to the Minions movie in suits.
Gentle Minions.
It's so funny.
Gentle Minions.
It's like it's so funny that My Hero. Is the manga My Hero fans are like absolute despair with like the arc right now because they're not having a great time.
Nothing gets more hate than My Hero for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, I don't care.
People are not liking
like
the last like arc how it's going so far. What I've seen.
Hey, I can relate to not liking My Hero Academia.
Or if I not liking a final arc of something.
That too.
But anything else then? Anything else?
No, I'm just really thinking about that guy that walked in front of everyone in the Dragon Ball Super thing and did the All Might speech.
Imagine like he stood up in the middle. Like there was one ad in the movie theater before the movie, like the guy, like the usher at like the movie theater, stepping up on stage in front of the movie and making a speech. And like imagine some guy, like the guy came up on screen to make an anime speech beforehand.
Literally, yeah. Oh my god, the idea of like an usher walking in front of the screen and being like, "All right, guys, you're about to watch a great film."
The Detroit. I can imagine the crowd during the My Hero movies.
You mean the stench? The
stench of like when they clapped when All Might appeared in the All Might movie. I clapped when I saw him. But hey, they probably, as long as they got something out of that movie, hey.
Yep.
I got nothing out of my viewing of the Naruto Village in the Snow screening I saw in middle school in theaters. That was just like a very whatever movie. And it got 0 reactions from people in that movie theater. But
what was the I was trying to think. Oh, I won't spoil it in case there's any Hero Aka fans out there, but there's one Hero Aka movie that came out a couple years ago where apparently like the shit they do with Bakugo.
Oh, I know what it is.
Made people so fucking mad.
I know what you're talking about too.
It's just like, if you know, you know.
And like people like, is this canon? I'd be so mad if this is canon. Like a lot of that with that. It's really funny.
Yeah. What was the? Oh, I think we saw the Konosuba movie. That was the best.
We saw Konosuba movie
experience ever because the audience was great. They weren't annoying. Everyone laughed like when they should. It was awesome.
Full of Konosuba fans. It was great to see. You love to see it.
Yeah.
I don't think about like, any other things we really saw that were like. And we saw Jujutsu Kaisen movie. That and everybody fucking loved that.
That was really fun too.
That movie was fucking that movie was fucking sick.
That movie was fucking so much fun. I'd like to watch that again. Actually,
yeah, we should.
I'd watch that
we can.
I need more Jujutsu Kaisen.
I know. 2023, baby.
It's so long.
We have a bit. I'm glad it's not coming out this year. We have too much on our plate for fall.
We do.
Hopefully.
Oh, Made in Abyss is ending soon. I'm gonna cry when it's over.
Part 6, second batch coming in there, so we'll get that injection of adrenaline and then immediately crash of people like, but where's the third batch? But
all right, okay, we actually do need to end this.
All right, so we should we go? I'll go to Gohan Blanco to my Orange Piccolo.
All right, I'll be Orange Piccolo,
and we'll charge up our anger with the plugs.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening. For this, our Dragon Ball rant. This is probably the most I've talked about the subject for. Normally,
you're very excited to do this.
I love Dragon Ball Z as much as I love the shit on it. I love it. I've grown up with it. It's just something I can talk about for a while. It's somehow I can remember the lore mostly of anything else. Again, share your thoughts about any of the movies or memories with Dragon Ball Z as we did in the beginning of this.
Yeah, what was your favorite Dragon Ball OVA movie?
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what that is. Either from nostalgia or just going back and reviewing them all in like I guess a critical sense. Even though Dragon Ball Z you shouldn't really think of it in a critical sense, but
no, you should not.
So yeah, definitely like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow the podcast on Twitter or me or Jim on Twitter separately, and you can join our Discord as well. And with that, I guess we'll see you next time for whatever we talk about next.
See you then.
See you then.